how's it going, guys? My name is Zach with the Movie Castle, and today we're going to be taking a look at Amityville Frankenstein. This is from 2023, directed by Nik Box, and stars Sean C. Phillips, Julian Seager, and Boyd Rogers. Now, with this movie going in, I thought I knew what I was getting myself into. Basically, Amityville's a real location, so anyone can set their movie there and make an Amityville mockbuster, and believe me, there's been dozens of unofficial Amityville movies. Well, Frankenstein is also based on an old novel, so he's a public domain character, so why not cross a public domain location with a public domain character, right? Amityville Frankenstein, there you go. I was expecting a cheesy little indie movie, you know? People not really knowing what they're doing, poor sound, filmed probably on a phone. I wasn't expecting much, and you do get that, but then it gets so much worse. Honestly, this is one of the worst Amityville movies, and if you guys know the unofficial Amityville movies, that's really saying something. This movie quickly falls into one of the worst tropes of low-budget filmmaking, and that is slow and derivative runtime padding shots. For real, there's so many scenes that do nothing other than pad the runtime and just go on and on forever. There's the theme song to the show within the show that just stretches out for no reason. There's this establishing shot of the warehouse that we cut back to several times for way too long. But the worst and most egregious example is the staircase in this movie. Characters will climb the staircase, several reused shots. For real, the largest chunk of this movie is just going up these staircases. You think they were climbing the Sears Tower or something, but no. The warehouse is only supposed to be like 3 to 5 stories tall. There's absolutely no excuse for this. But they do joke about it being long and padded, like there's a horror host character who says, "This movie taught me to be afraid of staircases," and when he said that, and with how much I had sat through, I just assumed that this was some sort of troll anti-movie, like some sort of movie that punishes you for watching it. I thought the filmmaker's only goal was how much can we torture our audience, but maybe that wasn't exactly the case. After watching this movie, I did a little bit of research, and it turns out this was originally a full-motion video game called Fiendish Thieves. And it was one of those games that shows you like a video clip and then you have to pick a few options. And I'm guessing, I've already sat through this once, I'm not going to play the game, but I'm guessing they just took all the footage from the full-motion video game and repurposed it as a movie. That still is no excuse for showing us the stair sequence over and over, but it makes it a interesting case of lazy filmmaking. Definitely should have been cut way shorter, and I mean it's only a little over an hour long, but feels like 3 to 5 hours. It's so terrible. And yeah, granted that this was never supposed to be an Amityville movie, get ready for one of the strangely many Amityville movies that never references Amityville in it. I hate that trope. But I guess in order to talk about it further, what's the movie about? I won't be doing any major spoilers, not that there's much going on with this movie anyway, but I'll be avoiding the end. I just want to break down and analyze a few things to talk more about what doesn't work, so from here on out, a bit of a deeper dive. We open up with Sean C. Phillips in the real world, and yeah, you've probably seen him in a ton of micro-budget horror movies. He has a YouTube channel, I believe it's Cool Duder, and I guess he's supposed to be playing himself, but the movie opens up with him grabbing some snacks, sitting on the couch, and watching some television. Then inside the television, we get a horror host who's presenting the movie, and yeah, he's not super funny. His gimmick is that he's a failed actor, but like his set is just a table and like a set of candles. And honestly, I don't know why we needed to go 3 layers for this. Why did we need the guy watching TV, watching the horror host who's also watching a movie, especially because the outer 2 layers really don't have much to do. Every now and then we'll cut back to the guy on the couch and he's just eating snacks, telling a few not great jokes, and also reacting when the actor clearly has no idea what movie he's watching. Yeah, it's not great. But then we get into the movie, and yeah, it's not great. There are these 2 thieves who go into an abandoned building. They've been hired to steal a pocket watch. I thought that might have been a play on like the movie's literally stealing your time, so it's about characters stealing a pocket watch, but that may have been unintentional. I guess they're supposed to be like Abbott and Costello if this is a classic Monsters throwback, but basically we get these 2 guys who are arguing with each other as they slowly explore this mansion. And yeah, we'll get them either climbing the stairs or pausing to have a humor scene. And as I said earlier, the climbing the stairs is super derivative and darn near impossible to watch. The humor scenes at least break it up, but there's nothing super special there, and honestly the whole movie within a movie is barely watchable. It's barely lit, like it's in black and white, but it's so barely lit it's mostly just lost to darkness. The audio is pretty bad, but on top of that they have thick British accents because all bad horror movies are made in England for some reason. But for real, I saw this on Tubi because it never got a DVD, and the Tubi subtitles would regularly have, I think it was like indecipherable or something. Yeah, whoever made the subtitles just gave up and put I don't know what they're saying. So when the subtitle guy doesn't even know, that's pretty bad. So I couldn't even get into the breaks from the staircase scene because it's just muffled British talking. Eventually they will find the titular Frankenstein, but honestly, even then, not much seems to happen. It's just like, oh hey, there are other people here, let's react to it, and movie's over, I guess. Yeah, it's just a big ball of nothing, really. And I was honestly amazed at how bad it was, you know, barely decipherable, micro-budget filmmaking, but then so many slow and repetitive shots. I think the only positive way to use this is if you wanted to have like a can you watch this movie challenge. I bet most people don't make it past the 2nd or 3rd stair sequence, but if you want to do a challenge, see how far you can make it into this very short movie. Yeah, not a fan of this. This is going down as one of the worst Amityville movies I've seen, and given the state of unofficial Amityville, that really is saying something. Oh well, whatever. Can't really recommend this. Definitely avoid this one unless you want to do a bad movie challenge. All that being said though, to everyone who's watched so far, thank you for watching. To everyone who's liked and subscribed, thank you. You really are helping the channel out. I'll leave a relevant playlist on the bottom. This should be my Amityville playlist. If you want to see me talk about other Amityville movies, you should be able to find some there. Anyway, have a good day. I'll see you guys again very, very soon. Playlist here. Have a good day now.